Good day, traveller. Thinking where to go this April? Well, I can tell you that most people will overlook Austria, with daytime temperatures hovering around 15 to 18 degrees Celsius, making it perfect for exploration of cities and the Alpine trails. And there's no better place to start than the country's capital, Vienna. A city of imperial elegance and coffee culture, a city where history and modern life dance together, and where the drawn horse carriages roll next to sleek trams. Start in Schönbrunn Palace, or in English beautiful spring palace, which once served as the summer residence of the famous Habsburg dynasty. Standing in front of the palace, you feel its elegance. The golden details, the grand facade, and the perfectly designed gardens make you feel as if you stepped back into the 18th century. The gardens stretch far and wide, offering incredible views and peaceful walks. And as you move inside, the rooms will tell a story of emperors and empresses, from beautifully decorated chambers to historical halls. And one of the most famous rooms here is where young Mozart once performed. Then move to Hofburg Palace, a historical complex that once served as the heart of Habsburg Empire. And walking through these courtyards, you'll feel the scale and importance of this palace. Here, architecture will reflect different eras, because Hofburg wasn't built all at once. Inside, you'll find stunning imperial apartments, grand halls, and museums that showcase royal life. One of the highlights here is the former living quarters of Emperor Franz Joseph and Empress Elizabeth, giving you, a visitor, a glimpse into royal life. And Hofburg is also famously known as home of Spanish riding school, an odd tradition that continues today. Next up to Belvedere Palace, where Austria's most famous artworks are displayed. As you walk through the gardens here, you're greeted with perfect symmetry, fountains and breathtaking views of the palace architecture. Upper and lower Belvedere are connected beautifully by crafted grounds, making one of the most photogenic spots in Vienna. And then not far from there, you can visit the military museum. One of Vienna's most fascinating and historical museums, dedicated to Austria's military history and key moments that shaped Europe. From the historic battles to iconic artifacts, this museum takes you on a journey through centuries of conflict, innovations and change. Located in a stunning historical building, the museum itself already feels powerful and symbolic, as it once housed the former city's arsenal. And as you step inside, you're greeted with impressive displays of showcasing military equipment, uniforms and vehicles throughout different eras. If you're in Vienna and you love history, especially the military side, this museum is worth a visit. But head to one of Austria's most unusual and hidden attractions, Seegrotte, home to one of the largest underground lakes in Europe. Hidden beneath a small town just outside Vienna, this incredible cave system holds a mysterious lake deep underground. Crystal clear water fills the enormous chambers. Soft lighting reflects off the surface, creating a surreal and almost magical atmosphere. And visitors like you can enjoy a short boat ride across the lake, gliding quietly through the caves while learning about the history, as it played an unexpected role during World War II. As during the war, the underground tunnels were used as a secret aircraft factory, where parts for German fighter planes were assembled away from Allied bombings. And today, exhibits inside the cave explain this hidden chapter of its history. And Vienna is home to world's famous composers like Wolfgang Amadeus, more famously known as Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, who lived and died here, Joseph Haydn, and Franz Schubert. And you can walk the same streets these legends once walked. And let's not forget about Vienna's legendary coffee culture. Stop by the historical cafe, sip a coffee and enjoy the sights of a sweet treat while the city comes alive. And with Vienna offering so much for everybody, it also offers something for every budget when it comes to accommodation. From cozy guest houses starting around €6 per night, perfect for experiencing local charm, all the way to €400 per night for luxury stays that offer palace views rooftop terraces and spa access. Next, leave Vienna and head west to Melk Abbey, a magnificent monastery overlooking the Danube River. Perched high above the town of Melk, this golden abbey has stood as a centre of learning, faith and culture for centuries. It is a must-see destination and it's only 80 kilometers away from Vienna. With its golden halls, ancient manuscripts and breathtaking views, Melk Abbey has been one of Europe's most stunning monasteries. And it's not just a monastery, it's a masterpiece of Baroque architecture. Also, the site of Melk Abbey has been important since the Middle Ages, originally used as a royal residence and a fortress. It later became a Benedictine monastery in the 11th century. Over time, the abbey has developed into one of the most influential monasteries in Europe. And another unforgettable part of this abbey is its famous library, one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. The library contains thousands of historical manuscripts and books, many dating back hundreds of years. The room itself is just as impressive as its collection. After that, leave the area completely and head to Salzburg, birthplace of Mozart and framed by the dramatic Alps. Walking through this city, you encounter fantastic architecture, cobblestone streets and charming squares. Spring in Salzburg brings music and culture. Outdoor concerts, art installations and garden performances celebrating the season. Especially the Mirabell Gardens, adorned with early blooms, are perfect for a peaceful stroll or beautiful photo shoot. Then head to the most impressive fortress in Europe, Hofen Salzburg Fortress, standing high above Salzburg for over 900 years. You might also know it as it appears in the iconic movie Sound of the Music, an iconic landmark defined by Salzburg's skyline. As you make your way up the hill, either by foot or funicle, the fortress slowly reveals itself. Once you reach the top, the panoramic views of the Salzburg and the Alps are just breathtaking. Inside, you'll find medieval chambers, defensive towers and exhibits that showcase life inside the fortress. It's incredible to see how this stronghold was designed for protection. And then take a drive to the sister fortress. Located about 40 kilometers away from its sister, Hohenwürfen has stood for nearly 1,000 years, witnessing battles, rulers and centuries of history. It sits high on a rocky hill. It offers a dramatic view before you even step inside, and you can reach it by foot or cable car. Do you recognise this fortress? Well, if you're old enough or a fan of classical films, this is where Eagles Dare was filmed, starring young Clint Eastwood. Okay, 40s-old Clint, but still, let's get back on track. Inside you discover medieval halls, exhibitions about its defensive past, and stories about its role as strategic stronghold, not only for protection but also as residence and even a prison, both in film and real life. One of the most exciting experiences is walking along the walls and towers, where you get incredible panoramic views over valleys and surrounding mountains, and with many visitors also enjoying the famous bird of prey demonstrations held on site. And nearby Austrian Alps awaken from winter. Hiking trails reveal fresh streams, alpine flowers and crisp mountain air. Here, accommodation will range from inns starting at €80 per night to mid-range hotels that will set you back €400 per night. Halsten, one of the most picturesque villages in Europe. It's a breathtaking destination nestled between the towering alpine mountains and the crystal clear waters of Lake Hallstatt. This unique layout, combined with stunning reflection of the water, creates one of the most photographed landscapes in Austria. But Hallstatt isn't just beautiful, it's incredibly historic. The area has been known for salt mining for over 7,000 years, making it one of the oldest continuous inhabited regions in Europe. You can even visit the ancient salt mines above the village to learn about the industry that made Hallstatt wealthy for centuries. And Hallstatt's beauty has captured global attention. Its scenic charm inspired artists, photographers and travellers from around the world. In fact, this village is so iconic that a full-scale replica has been built in China. This is a trip that I would definitely do. However, Austria has even more to offer, like one of Austria's most impressive medieval castles that rises high above the landscapes of southern Austria. And one of the most unique features of this castle is its winding path that leads all the way up to the fortress. To reach the top, the guests and the visitors must pass through 14 defensible gates, each designed to slow down and trap invading armies. Every gate has its own protective mechanism, from drawbridges to hidden defences, making the castle one of the most secure fortresses of its time. The castle's current structure mainly dates from the 16th century, when it was heavily fortified to defend against the Ottoman invasions. Inside the fortress you'll find historical rooms, armour collections and exhibits that tell a story of medieval warfare and noble life. This place is considered one of the most impressive medieval castles in Austria and in the world, not just for its architecture but also for its ingenious defensive design. Then head Schlossberg, which is a historical hill at the heart of Graz. Once a site of powerful fortress, Schlossberg used to protect the city for centuries, and today it's best known for its iconic historical clock tower that has become the symbol of Graz. You can reach the top by climbing the steps, riding a function cart or taking the elevator built into the mountain. From the top you get a stunning view over Graz's red rooftops and historical old town. And while you're here you might as well visit Arnold Schwarzenegger's museum, because why not? Why not explore the home city of Austria's most famous citizen, or take a quick trip to Thal, his home village just 10 kilometers away, or visit another incredible fortress, which is Reidsberg Castle, a medieval structure built on an extinct volcano. And a fun fact, this castle is actually owned by a princely family of Liechtenstein and contains a museum with a changing exhibits. And built on this hill that once was an ancient volcano, the castle's dramatic location makes it one of the most impressive fortresses in Austria, especially that's not even Austrian. If I inspired you to pack your bags and explore this beautiful world, like the video, subscribe for more travel guides and hit the bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious and let the world be your playground. Oh yeah, and don't forget to share in the comments the destination that is calling your name. I would love to hear the places and destinations you're planning to explore.